Will this point connect to you? I don't know, but I can appreciate this thought and I wanted to share it with you today. It's funny because people will continue to say I'm obsessed with hair loss, and I will continue to say that I'm obsessed with helping people get through it and overcome it from within. And something I was thinking about today is the concept of exploiting, okay? Now, it is true, I exploit the idea of hair loss. I make 3 videos a day. I'm exploiting this thing. I'm milking it for all it's worth because of how much money I'm making from the videos. And in the process, I'm helping people who truly are struggling with hair loss to overcome that. And in that model itself, here's what we're seeing. We're seeing how I'm taking what I'm good at, I'm exploiting that, and the thing that are my weakness, I'm not worried about it. Now, if this were truly a video about me just freaking out about my hair loss, I'm truly worried about it, then this wouldn't be a good channel. It wouldn't. What you can see is you've got a confident host who's willing to talk about perceived imperfections, but I do that with a state of confidence. What I'm not like are the people who often show up here and they're freaking out, and hey, I noticed like over the course of last night, like 2 or 3 of my viewers simply said F-U-C-K, like that was their comment after watching one of my videos on looking at ways to predict whether you're going to lose their hair. So there's this sense of anxiety. In fact, I was watching, man, one of my new favorite shows on Netflix was it called Riding in Cars with Comedians, with Jerry Seinfeld as the host. I love that show. My wife and I instantly love that show because it takes you into a candid view of comedians just talking and being funny as they're driving in a car and getting coffee. As normal as that sounds, as uninteresting that sounds, it's amazing. And something that Jerry Seinfeld and Jim Carrey were talking about, I believe it was, the 2 of them, they were talking about the difference between a cigarette and a cigar. They were talking about how with a cigarette there's such an anxiety to it. Like, I need this, I gotta get through. With a cigar, there's time put into it. It's a relaxing thing. And I feel like that's a good illustration of what I'm doing in these hair loss videos. I'm not the cigarette, I'm the cigar. I'm the guy, hey, let's take our time, let's get through this, as opposed to a lot of the people who show up here, they're freaking out, you know? And so, here's what I'm saying. I want you to take everything I've said in this first 2.5 minutes of this video, and I want you to turn that onto yourself. Turn that back to yourself, okay? Think about this. What are you good at? I can't know, I don't know. But what are you good at? You're good at some things that I'm not good at. You're good at some things I'm not good at. I'm good at some things you're not good at. And I'm not trying to be good at the things that you're good at. And you shouldn't necessarily try to be good things that I'm good at. Let me give you some things I'm horrible at. Home repairs. I'm the epitome of the dad and husband who can't fix anything. I mean, today though, I did stand on the table and I changed the lights. These ceilings are 9 foot tall, and my wife said, are you sure you're gonna be able to reach that? Because I'm 5'9", and these are taller ceilings than normal standard American. And I did it, you know, and she was almost impressed that I could do that, because that's how bad I am at home repairs or fixing cars or anything like that. What am I good at? We all know. I'm a good writer, familyfriendlydaddyblog.com. You can check out my blog anytime. I'm good at making YouTube videos in a way that I'm taking a simple concept, hair loss, exploiting it, and still finding an audience through that, okay? So here's what I want to say to you. What are you good at? If you perceive that hair loss is holding you back, what are you good at? I want you to think about that. And I want you to think about too, you tend to associate hair loss with your looks as a way it's knocking you down some notches on the look scale. As if that matters to women, as if that matters to the rest of the world, because people aren't judging us on our looks as much as they are judging us on so many other things. And even just the way you dress, just the way your presentation. If everybody else is wearing Crocs and pajama pants and you're dressed nicer than everybody else, it's funny that I keep saying it over and over, but I think young men tend to base their perception of what makes them look good the way a female does. And what you realize, especially as you get closer to like an adult age, closer to 18 and beyond, It's not about having cool hair and necessarily the newest shoes and all that stuff and looking like some guy in a boy band, but it becomes instead who's the man in charge? Who's the man when he walks in the room? Everyone looks, not because he's the best looking guy, but he's the guy that's the most well put together, the most confident guy, the guy who's got things figured out, the guy who's got something going for him. What do you have going for you? Okay? Now, going back to the concept of, oh, Nick's obsessed. I am obsessed with making YouTube videos. I'm obsessed with being relevant with my viewers. And it's not just this channel. I'll tell you something funny. You know I have another YouTube channel, Family Friendly Daddy Blog. That's the other one. And I mainly talk about DNA test results and ethnicity, like the one I just did. It's called, I'm uploading it right now, and it's called Are Filipinos Culturally White? Some of you are like, oh, I've never thought about that, but now that I have, all my Filipino friends I've ever had, they don't act like other Asians, they act like white people. Okay, so if that's interesting to you, check it out on the other channel, familyfriendlydaddyblog.com. But what I'm telling you is, those viewers and subscribers on that channel, what do they say about me? Nick, you are obsessed with this ethnicity DNA thing. You're obsessed. And that's what people do. They think I'm obsessed with a topic. I'm obsessed with the thing that I'm good at. Now, what are you good at? What can you exploit for your own good? Because when it comes to manhood and your identity, this is what matters. It's a matter of being known for being good at something you're exclusively good at. Instead of focusing on what you're not good at or what you think is holding you back, like your hair, what if you focused on the thing that you're good at and you exploit it? That's what I do.